And we're back at it again. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, make sure that you guys do best. It is free. So we appreciate all the guys that have subscribed. We're about to hit 100K. I'm gonna have one of the biggest parties when we do. One of the biggest parties, bro.
For sure, make sure to hit me.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna guys. If you have been Pusha gang from day one, I know all of you guys, all 20 of you guys. I'm gonna invite you. So shout out to every single person that is here. To the blueprint, it's amazing. Our sound has been amazing. Everything has been amazing.
Yeah,
we've come a long way.
You really
All right.
have.
So building our own platforms, I've always advocated for this. Building our own platforms. We can't be using Shopify. We can't be using what's the other one? The booking app. Airbnb,
Yeah.
Booking.com. It's the time is now for Africans who are African in an African country to start establishing these platforms. We use it a lot
For sure.
as
we do.
Africans,
Yeah.
and I'm so happy that you hit me up and you said, "Yo, Pusha, you're talking about it. I'm about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I am
100%.
doing it as we speak." Because a lot of people are like, "Yo, Pusha, I can help you. We can do it together." It was the first time that I got someone who says, "Pusha, I'm actually doing this. This is what we're doing. We want it to grow. We want people to know what we're doing." So shout out to you. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for being here. So let's start with who you are, where you're from, before we get into the nitty-gritties.
The nitty-gritties.
Yeah, the nitty-gritties.
So basically, hello to everybody viewing this. My name is Ntando GQ. I come all the way from the East Rand of Johannesburg, and I'm currently based in Potchefstroom right now, pursuing school basically. Yeah, I'm in my third year studying a BA in public governance with politics and also majoring with public administration. And yeah, that's about
Okay.
it.
Where are you studying?
I study at the Northwest University.
Third year.
Yeah, third year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Politics.
Yeah.
So you wanna get into that?
Yeah, I'm trying
Why?
to get into because of like we very aware of like the issues that we are facing as a country, and I feel like it is time to actually like come up with African solutions for African problems, because most of these problems stem from our rich history of colonization, apartheid, and all the other things that are wounds to us. So I feel like studying something or pursuing something along the lines of politics and public administration trains you to think outside of the box and like move towards finding solutions, like we've done already with the app that we're coming through to speak about today.
100%. Let's start with this. Cool. So have you tried entrepreneurship before?
Actually, yeah.
What were you doing
In my
before
personal
this?
capacity. Before this, it actually started a long time ago. It started in high school with the dizzy thing. It was issue shine.
Nice.
So,
It's
yeah.
not easy.
Yeah. I mean,
Shine.
yeah,
So you were one of those guys that had like, did you have like a pop up or?
it wasn't necessarily a pop up. Like I operated from my bag, and so it was issue shine. I sold sweets, of course, typical high school.
All the
entrepreneurship.
hustlers sell something in
Yeah.
high school because
Yeah,
you already
and-
have a platform
Yeah.
and a customer base in high school.
For sure. But it wasn't really like profitable, and I took a break to focus on school and like, acquiring knowledge. And then I came across an interview you actually did with Usim the Plug.
Yes.
Yeah. Hit him up, and to date I've sold about like 3 iPhones, and I started like
Are
a
you
month ago.
serious?
Yeah, for sure.
Since you started with Sim.
Yeah.
So, you guys, I'm not plugging you with people that are gonna waste your time.
For
I do not
sure,
plug
for
you with
sure,
people that.
for
So
sure.
I always plug people, and then they're like, this Sim person. But you're here saying you sold 3 iPhones.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo,
for
shout
sure.
out, dog.
Yeah. I'm
So you
also-
all like you making sure that you're getting different streams of income.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like this life thing is not balancing one, and I'm a person that really likes nice things.
I can
And-
see.
Yeah.
I love your drip, by the way.
Thank
Your
you
drip
very
is on
much.
is on point.
Same as you.
Yeah, shout out.
Low key, I feel underdressed, but anyway,
Never
that's
that.
it. Yeah, but I really like nice things, and what's in it? In Pretoria they say ke ratela batho dilo tse di dance, wabo.
Sure.
Yeah, hence I also brought my homies here as
Yeah,
well. To
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So basically the point that I'm trying to put out is with this expensive taste or with this nice thing, I'd actually like to sustain it and to also like afford it to everybody around me. So
Wow.
that's the reason why I keep on still,
Sustaining the lifestyle that you want instead of doing dodgy stuff to sustain it,
yeah, for
or
sure.
pretending to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it when you don't.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ethical ways of making money, and so many ethical ways of doing things, even with public administration and politics and the current nature, the fact that we have load shedding. There's like ethical problems. I mean, there's ethical solutions
To
to
the
all of these
problem.
problems, and considering something like Scala and entrepreneurship will like channel you into like actually realizing that there's actually more to this thing than just being average or being boring or not necessarily like bringing in money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think school, traditional school, is still the way to go?
Nah, 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 nah. I actually have like fights with all of my lecturers. Like they know me, Uguti. Whenever we're teaching something, Dando has to disagree because like the development of our educational system and like the syllabuses and how even in like the content that they teach us at school, it's colonized. It's
Mm.
colonized. It doesn't teach you to think outside of the box or think without a box,
Mm.
for that matter. So at this current point, man, it's just we're working towards like changing the whole system, focus more on decolonial projects, and also push entrepreneurship and all these other nice things.
I like that, bro.
Yeah.
I love what you just said. Uh, but you are going to school. Is
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
parents' choice, or
No, it's a personal
it's a
choice.
personal
It's a
choice?
personal choice, yeah.
You want that belt?
I really want those belts. I want the red gown.
Ndano. I like that. I
The
like
red
that for
gown,
you,
yeah.
bro. Let's get into it. Let's
Yeah, for
get into
sure,
it.
for sure.
Uh, s- my mentor actually said, if you can solve a problem, you'll be rich forever. Right?
Yeah.
Solve a problem. That's all you have to do. Sell and solve a problem. What problem did you identify uh, before that? What app have you developed? What purpose of the app
Okay.
has? And the last one is it you think do you think you have the capital to run this app, to get to compete with the likes of booking.com, Airbnb? What is the challenges? But first of all, tell us what the app does, and then we'll get into that.
Okay, so basically, can I just clarify something?
Okay.
I personally didn't develop the app. I'm
Okay.
actually part of the team. I'm the networking and marketing associate for Babu Space, which is basically a startup company which has an app which basically operates the same way as like Airbnb or whatever platform people usually use to book accommodation. So it started when our founder, Mr. Kenny Ponde, who is I'm not sure where his country of
You
origin
don't know where
is.
your founder is from.
No, man, I'm mixing. It's between. It's a French country. It's a French African country, though. It's an African country that is francophone. He came through here. He got accepted to the. I think the not the Potchefstroom, sorry, the Vanderbilt Park campus, and
That's my hood.
yeah. Shout out,
Shout
shout out
out.
to Val 016. So when he got to Val, he had a problem accessing a place to stay.
Hmm.
So that's where the whole idea of creating a platform where people that come from like long distances to a particular point or to a particular place to get access to accommodation. So this thing has always been like a problem. Since he came here in 2018, he started it and he called it Room Space or Room Space before
Nice.
it became Babu Space, but it changed the name
I like the
because
room space than Babu space. What does Babu mean?
Babu is actually he named the app after his father.
Why do people? Oh, yes, bro. I swear,
Hear me
everyone
out.
is gonna name something after themselves or their parents.
Hear me out though. The whole reasoning behind him naming it after his father was because he wanted to have like
A legacy.
no, not necessarily a legacy, but like something that is easy to
Remember.
pronounce
Okay.
on the tongue. So it just has two syllables, ba, which is a and u. So babu.
Mm-hmm.
And it so happened that his pops is a babu.
Okay.
But yeah, he developed it, and then officially it was registered on the 6th of February this year, and
Registered where?
via CIPC, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
as like a proper entity to operate. Besides like the technical stuff, the
Mm.
technical stuff has always been happening, but like for it to become a fully fledged company, in terms of like admin. It was registered on the 6th of February this year. And
Fairly new.
yeah, it's fairly new. It's fairly new. It's fairly new.
Okay.
What was the second part of your question again?
No flow, my man. Okay, now
Okay.
it's registered. You know, I would have loved to have the founder here, but since you're here, I wanna dive deep into. Have you guys signed contracts for this thing? Do you feel like your founder is like, if this thing had to blow, do you feel safe?
Yeah, for sure. I am safe. I am
What's
safe.
what's tshepa batho wena?
No, ke tshepa Dimano, bo.
Ke mang yena to you?
Ke Kenny. He's actually an associate.
So I'm a tap.
Yeah, ke a mo tshepa
They
fully.
sign a contract now.
Yes.
You guys are good.
Yes, we good.
Legally.
Legally, yeah. I can even pull up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I believe you. I believe
yeah.
you. I'm just trying to make sure that you're safe.
Yeah, for sure.
You can never trust a human being.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
But if he comes through with some,
You're sorted.
fugazi business, I have like a proper,
Shout out.
proper legal
Shout out.
background.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now it's registered. It is. Tell us its function, because I
Okay.
get it that it's not the same as what's this booking.com, or it's for students.
Yeah, the primary focus is student accommodations around campuses, around university campuses or college campuses.
So you are able to access a room, or are you able to access a monthly type of? Explain it to me. I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
So, cause on say it now.
Airbnb.
Airbnb, I can just go book on the app and
Yeah.
I can stay there for a day, for 2 days.
Yeah.
How does this one work?
Okay, so the business of student accommodation functions totally different from Airbnbs or hotels or anything. If anything, we're also looking into expand into those spaces as well. But how student accommodations function is at the beginning of the year, each and every student has obviously the need of the accommodation, and there are service providers of those accommodations. So what is common right now, large amounts of people are on the NSFAS bursary, which is a bursary that is not really flexible when it comes to like payments. So we can't necessarily do like a monthly subscription or anything. But what a student can do, or how a student can utilize our app, is basically they just go onto the app or let's rather start it from the landlord, because we also have landlords and agents are also like our users. So basically they come through there with whatever property.
Or they listed on the
listed
app.
on the app.
Yeah.
And then obviously it becomes available for booking.
Oh.
Yeah. So a student
leasing
basically. It's like more of a leasing. The business model is focused.
This
more
would
on
be
leasing.
dope if you said, if a student wants to make fast cash, maybe I am coming in as a student as well.
Yeah.
Maybe from NW, kilo check aval.
Sure.
You understand? Kilo check. I don't have money for Airbnb. You understand? Especially in the Val. There's
Sure.
very few Airbnbs. But there's a lot of student accommodations. It would be so dope to say, you can have my place for 2 days for $500.
A thing is, with the school, it's not as flexible because the premises doesn't necessarily belong to you as a student. Particularly with like NW Val, I know for a fact most of the accommodations that are there are like belonging to the Northwest University. So the only thing you can do if ubatolo check ke go squatta. You know?
I get a move ka ta squatta, so when I move we kenya go app-ong re nna ke atla. So when I'm gonna lo I don't know, but I understand the restriction part of it.
Yeah.
So with this, basically what your app does is identifies available leased accommodations for students.
It gives access.
Access.
It gives students access to an accommodation, to services that we're actually we're in the process of also, like from our side, contributing towards students' well-being. Because in most of these accommodations, bro, especially in Potchefstroom, it's like very, what's the proper word? It's very under par, man. Like a simple thing like toilet paper is not given to a student. So we as Babu Space want, with every booking that we have, we at least afford you toilet paper, a blanket or something, because like most of these people come from like long and far without plan, and by the time they would have maybe secured a room, they don't have like basic necessities. It's only toilet paper, and like shops that side are like by 7 everything is shut down. So to basically like afford people some dignity and access, that's our main business.
Main
Access,
business.
yeah.
Access.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going on the app. What do I see?
Okay, you basically see the landing page, of course,
Okay.
Babu Space, and it's gonna have two, is it prompts?
Yes.
Let's call them prompts, yeah. It's gonna have two prompts, which the first one is for landlords.
Okay.
So if you're a
Wanna
landlord
lease-
or an agent, you want to lease out your property, you can enlist it on that button. And then the second one is, of course, students. So once you click students, you obviously see like the range of accommodations that we have, which literally vary from size, distance away from a campus,
Nice.
prices,
Nice.
services,
So
basically.
you cutting the costs of going to view all these places.
Basically.
Okay,
Basically.
now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Okay. Um the app idea, I love it. It's a dope idea. Tell me, what do you see in the future making it? Okay, fine. I view the place and then I book. Okay, now I like the place in Val. Whatever, I book on it. What is next? What will be the next step after that?
The next step, of course, the landlord will obviously be notified, and then all the details, the landlord will be listed there. All you have to do is just to make contact with them. Of course, on their end, when it comes to like the interface that they see on the app, on whenever they click the prompt landlord, obviously it's gonna have some kind of an inbox thing that literally like shows all of the thingies, the bookings that you as maybe BA Pusher have put up. And okay, there's a booking by Smang Mang Le Mang Mang. All the details are gonna be there, and then they'll also have your details, and then it'll just be establishing a point of contact and securing everything.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. How are you making money off this app?
Currently, okay, Sharp, this is the model of it. Since we only started right now, we are enlisting. So basically, the first part of income would come from landlords enlisting, of course.
Okay.
So they pay an annual service fee of 400 rands, and then for each and every booking, annual.
Okay.
The 400 is annual, and then per booking that you get, we
There's a
literally
percentage.
take a commission of 150.
Smart.
Yeah.
So it's not one of those apps with ads.
No.
I hate those.
No.
I hate them.
User-friendly stuff.
Ne?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask my team just to put. Can we just put the?
Yeah, for sure.
We'll just put a screen somewhere
Yeah.
where it shows just some of it.
Yeah.
So I think my last thing is, you're very passionate about this app. I don't know any apps in South Africa that's been started that worked really well. Do you need capital to get more people aware of this? You're competing. You're not competing, actually. I feel like this is the first app that I've thought of, like.
Yeah, of its nature, yeah.
So someone is
sure.
watching this and they're gonna copy your idea.
Of course.
Yeah. Is it trademarked? Is it good?
I'd like to think that, but
You'd like to think it.
yeah, but like at the end of the day, man, like there's no new idea under the sun. It all goes back to how you as a person like find a way to, one, interpret it, and two, make it work. So with the team that I'm with right now, like I fully trust in their capabilities. I fully trust in my capabilities.
Nice.
Like I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Nice.
If you know me, you know.
Come on.
You know.
I like
so
that.
it's things like that, that would make us different. And of course, the amount of work we put in, the amount of care we put in, the amount of research. Because I wear Sharp, you can be chilling at home, and then you come across and you want to bite my idea, but you don't necessarily have the proper results and the experience and the
what is
data.
experience? What does it take to build an app?
I'm not necessarily sure about the app, in as far as like the experience.
So you are on the marketing side,
I'm on the marketing side,
but you don't know how the app was developed.
I don't necessarily have like the background story.
You
Like
should, no?
yeah, for sure.
Just find out, because we're gonna ask you these questions,
Okay.
and we need to find out answers
Okay.
about this.
Yeah, for sure.
But shout out to you. Listen, I feel like we must have you again.
Yeah, sure. you can have
In a
me.
couple of months, to see how far you are. Listen, I applaud what you guys are doing. I love it. I've spoken about Africans having their own apps, and I feel like the only way this thing is gonna win is people that are watching this to go into the app, even to download it
Yeah,
or
for
to
sure.
just recommend it to a friend. I feel like, what is your marketing plan to get it out there?
Of course, social media was the first one. We if you actually follow our pages, stay tuned for the content that's about to
No,
drop.
what's your
Oh,
marketing?
what's my marketing? So I mainly specialize in social media. I even do social media for a couple of artists back on campus.
Okay.
So for this particular business, there's this concept that I came across on TikTok called UGC, user generated.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, you
Nice.
basically know how that works,
Yes, sir.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I
you got budget for all those people.
I don't have budget. I'm literally like
So
patanising,
how are you
using
gonna use
Connect.
UGC? Because they
No,
want to get paid.
finesse,
Yo,
finesse,
my
finesse.
man, I wanna
Trust
see.
me.
I wanna see this finessing.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure,
wanna
for
see this
sure.
finessing. But yo, you know what? Shout outs, for coming through, because there's things that I wanted to ask you about the app, how it functions, how much it was to build it, and there's more technical parts that I wanted people to actually
To
gather from
focus
this.
on.
I think that's what the main thing of the podcast is, to get into the finer details of, but we understand where the vision is. I would love you to come back with your partners,
For sure, for
and
sure.
then let's break down the actual nitty gritty of the platform, because some people want to create an app. It's not easy, I know. But there's places like Fiverr where you can get someone, an app developer, and just break down what you need. So, can I ask you this truthfully, right? This thing goes well. It booms. Everybody's
sure.
using the app. Because this thing has a potential of two things: going down south, never working, people never using the app, no one gives a fuck about, or it could make you guys millionaires,
Yeah,
right? Because it has a potential of doing that.
yeah.
Like 100%, I can see it. Looking at it right now, I know Olinja, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Looking at it right now, when you see next 2 to 3 years, do you really believe, with all the marketing plans and everything that you've put in place, that this is gonna work?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, truthfully and honestly speaking, I do believe. I do believe. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have
No,
taken.
you would.
Oh,
You'd definitely be here.
okay.
All the people that believe something's gonna work, yeah.
Anaparangisho, it's your work that makes you different.
Okay.
It's your work. And as like individuals, we're not the same. We don't come from the same backgrounds. We don't have the same set of skills. We don't have the same set of access. We're basically not the same. So it would be wrong for someone to step back and like not have faith in their project just because
That's what I
an
wanted.
established person like you
I'm not
has.
established. I'm far
No,
from it.
you actually are established. Like, you don't know the crazy following that you have like out in these streets, bruh. Like, you see that experience that I'm talking about, that like I'm coming with the advantage of. One of the things is like having your ear to the ground. I have my ear on the ground, bro, and you are fucking making waves out here.
Shut up, bro.
Yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily like let your opinion in a way like, dumb me down or anything. Like, if anything, I'm taking it as a
As a challenge.
as a challenge, for sure, to show you like 2 3 years down the line, probably hit you up again and be like, hey, BA, remember we had this podcast? Or you probably see me on Forbes magazine. Who knows?
100%.
30 under
I
30.
believe it.
You know.
I believe
So
it.
it's
I,
that.
and
It's
I,
that
you know
steez.
what? That's why I have you here. You understand?
Yeah.
Because usually a lot of people come in and say a lot of things. You understand?
Yeah.
And then you just realize, not only we wasted our time, but we wasted the viewers' time. So
Yeah.
there's nothing I wish you more than luck. But more than that, keep that spirit all the way through, because
Yeah,
I
for
understand the challenges that are going to go. I'm saying this because we have an app, by the way, coming up. We have platforms that we're building,
Oh, yeah.
and that's why I was asking you about contracts and all of these things.
Yeah.
Because once that thing blows, my man, look at what happened with Facebook. Do you know the Facebook story, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Zuckerberg, yeah.
And he invited 5 of his friends and his best friend, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those type of things they didn't have locked.
Yeah.
So have those things
Yeah,
locked
for sure.
and keep on pushing. Can I give you an idea of what you can do
For
the
sure,
app?
fully.
100%. I think pop-ups at universities, pop-ups at you from the entertainment space, right?
Yeah. That's
It's just
actually
a-
a thing that we're considering doing. We've
100%.
actually hosted a couple at
Just a gazebo.
gazebo, simple.
Donna, leave the UGC. They're gonna want you money. Uh, offer people who are there a shot of drink if they download
Yeah,
the
yeah,
app
yeah,
or
yeah.
something. The more apps, the more the app works, the more people break. So I would say more of pop-ups in different places.
Can I
And yeah, go
can
for
I
it.
actually like make an appeal now?
Okay,
If you are an
that camera.
SRC,
Which
oh yeah,
camera?
that camera.
That camera.
If you're an SRC member from any university across South Africa, whether you are part of ANC, you are part of EFF, you are part of any kind of structure, we all know the type of problems that we have when it comes to like access to quality accommodation at the beginning of the year. The fact that like there's multiple students abafola maline amade and like have no place to stay is actually a problem that we as the youth have like the responsibility to take a stand up against. So if you're an SRC member, if you are in any form of student leadership and you literally have interest in like helping your fellow students, then most definitely hit us up. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can.
please leave the number.
Yeah, for sure. It's 067 868 9611. I'll say it again, 067 868 9611.
100%. Thank you so much for coming, bro.
Thank you very
Last
much for
words.
having me. All the best to all of the students that are writing exams. That's it.
Let's go feel, ne?
This cafe.
Yeah. Shout out. Thank you so much, man. They didn't even offer you a drink. You can actually have mine, my man.
Thank
Have
you.
mine.